To this extent, the stories about the land of Sodom are confirmed by the evidence of our eyes. In order to make the encirclement of Jerusalem complete, Vespasian constructed camps in Jericho and Adida, garrisoning each with a mixed force of Romans and allies. He also sent Lucius Annius to Gerasa, giving him a squadron of cavalry and an ample number of infantry. Annius took the town by assault, put to death 1,000 of the younger men, all who had failed to escape, enslaved the women and children, and allowed the soldiers to plunder everything of value, finally setting fire to the houses before he marched against the surrounding villages. The strong fled, the weak perished, and all that was left went up in flames. Now that the war had engulfed the whole region of mountain and plain, it was impossible to leave Jerusalem. Those who wanted to desert were watched by the zealots, and those who did not yet favor the Romans were shut in by the army, which surrounded the city on every side. Vespasian had returned to Caesarea and was getting ready to march his entire force against Jerusalem itself when he received the news that Nero had met a violent end after reigning 13 years and 8 days. I might relate how Nero abused his position by entrusting the management of affairs to those utter scoundrels, Nymphidius and Tigellinus, two worthless freedmen, how, when they plotted against him, he was deserted by all his guards, ran away with 4 faithful freedmen, and died in the suburbs by his own hand, and how those who had brought him down soon paid the penalty. I might give an account of the war in Gaul and explain how it ended, how Galba, on being invited to mount the throne, returned to Rome from Spain, and how he was accused of meanness by the soldiers, assassinated in the middle of the Roman Forum, and succeeded by Otto. I might describe Otto's campaign against Vitellius's generals and his overthrow, the disturbances that followed under Vitellius and the fighting round the capital, and the way in which Antonius, Primus, and Mucianus destroyed Vitellius and the German legions and so brought the civil war to an end.